Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here with the Virgo October 2021 horoscopes. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so it is a big month this month. We have 4 planets that are turning direct. Okay, so they've been retrograde for a while. And especially the infamous Mercury retrograde's been going on. That'll be going on until the 18th of the month. Plus there's a few days after that called a shadow period as well. So I will talk more about this in a moment. But Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto are finally turning direct. So this is going to give us all a feeling of moving ahead, surging forth into the unknown. It's sort of, with Jupiter especially, there could be a sense of excitement, adventure. With Saturn, you might find that there's more to do with governments or large corporations that are making announcements and things like that. With Pluto, life, death and rebirth. So if you've had a business, for example, you may decide you're going to open up with a different product line or open up doing a completely different sort of business. There's a new birth associated with that. You might have been through a period of, things going down and now it's re-enlivened. That sort of thing. The other thing to note is that you have a beautiful thing called a minor grand trine going on in your 7th, 5th and 3rd houses. So that's your partnerships, your leisure and pleasure, romance, creativity, communications and perhaps even study. I'll just briefly say I like to draw 2 cards as theme cards for the month for you. We'll have a look at your horoscope in depth and then I'll do a psychic channeling at the end, so stick around for that. All right, let's go to the board now and have a look at your chart. There it is there. But before we come to that, we're going to draw these 2 cards. I like to have a little vision about the card before I turn it over. Okay, so just shuffling these up now. I've already pre-shuffled them actually. All right, let's go with that one there. Close my eyes. Seagulls. Seagulls are a little bit greedy. If you're Aussie, you'll know that they love to steal your chips, your fish and chips when you're down at the beach. That's the sort of really Aussie thing that we do, buy fish and chips when we're at the beach. And they can fly high so they can get the big picture view, but they're takers too. So do watch for anybody who's taking too much from you or attempting to get your fish and chips, attempting to take too much. The card that comes up is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is brand new ideas coming to you. Swords are the mental realm. This is what goes on in your head. Yes, there are some challenges here in the background. See these mountains? Okay, it's not easy. And maybe you've been dealing with an obstacle, but now Spirit is handing you a way, a strategy, a plan about how to deal with the problem. You'll see all these butterflies here. These are new beginnings, new life, that surge of energy that is coming for everybody, encouraging us to move forward with life. This is a really good card. Okay, the second half of the month, if you want to think in terms of time, that's this card here. Let's go with that one there. Green, trees, forest. Sometimes it's easy to get confused when you've got a lot of things going on in your mind. You can't see the wood for the trees. But there is a pathway, there is a way forward here. And if you just stay on the path and keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep plodding ahead, keep going, don't give up, then you'll begin to see the light. Okay, the light will come down through the trees, through all of your thoughts and in various areas of your life, and you'll see the direction that you're going. The card that comes up is the 5 of Swords. In some way you may have felt dominated by someone or something, or maybe your government or a situation, your job, or maybe even your partner. Or perhaps, and this often occurs, this is probably the number one reason we are dominated. It's because of our own thoughts. Our thoughts dominate us, and they get us running in circles and going up, strange paths which are really red herrings, so that we don't actually deal with the situation at hand. We go off on a tangent and try to deal with something else, which is, maybe not so appropriate. It's good that this card has come up, because this is drawing your attention to the ways that you have felt disempowered, the ways that you have felt controlled, manipulated, or dominated. Okay, who is this energy? Okay, is this energy within you, or is it coming from an external source? This card is saying look at this issue because it's important. You see there's a big pair of scissors up here, or it could be two swords, in fact. I think it's two swords. This is about cutting something off. You need to cut something off so that you can move ahead and stand up straight and walk again forward. Okay. Sometimes it relates to addictions too, and you might decide you've had enough of an addiction, regardless of what that is. Humans get addicted to all sorts of things, and this is a very Plutonian energy. And I'll just talk about this lovely grand trine that you have here, because here's Pluto in Capricorn in your 5th house here, which is part of the grand trine with Venus in Scorpio in your 3rd and Neptune in Pisces in your 7th. It could be to do with relationships, okay? Because Pluto is a planet of life, death and rebirth, and also domination, control type issues where you feel subjugated or enslaved by someone or something. But with this grand trine, you've got sextiles here to Venus in Scorpio, which can be intense romantic feelings, and it's here in your house of communications. And then here in your 7th house, you've got Neptune in Pisces. 7th house is about your partnerships, okay, your husband, your wife, your business partnerships. It's also legalities, and so it's amazing, isn't it? You start off with a marriage, and then it goes to legalities, and then this is the house of open enemies. So but because you've got really positive aspects here, you're going to make progress. Okay, so when this comes up in October, don't be afraid, because you've got Venus and Neptune here helping you. Neptune is a very spiritual planet, especially in Pisces, and this may show you the ways that you looked at somebody, if it's a relationship, with rose-coloured glasses, because you might have thought that they were something, but they really turned out to be something else. You're going to see, your eyes are going to be opened, and this is a very positive time for you. Okay, so let's have a look now. Now we have that information there. Let's look at your horoscope. So I'm going to make this bigger so that you can see. All right. Communications are key, and we have Mercury retrograde, and it's retrograde here in your 2nd house of money. So be careful you don't overspend, especially up to the 18th or a few days after that, because there can be miscommunications about money, misunderstandings. Alrighty, 6th of October to the 5th of November, Venus moves into your 4th house of home and family. This is beautiful. You're likely to make your home more pleasing and comfortable. And maybe there's some times with your family, get-togethers and things like that with close family and friends. And you may be also, interior decorating, landscaping, or you buy your family members something which brings them a lot of pleasure. So it's a beautiful energy. 6th of October to the 9th of October sees the new moon here in your 3rd house, which is all about your communications and interactions with others. There's new beginnings here, someone new that you're talking to, or maybe someone from the past that you haven't spoken to for a while or had contact with for a while. So this brings contact. Events from the past can come back, especially when Mercury is retrograde, and if an ex comes back, just remember why he or she is an ex, okay? Whatever the situation was, the pattern of energy, just remember. I'll say that, just remember. 14th of October to the 22nd of October, Mercury opposition Chiron. This could be, again, sort of tied up with Mercury here in your third house. It's like a scar or a wound, something from the past could hurt a little bit. It's like you're reminded of something that went wrong, and there could be irritation or a bit of worry about that. Past mistakes come back, under Mercury. Just watch, with friends or lovers or people that are close to you for arguments and things like that. Also, there's 14th to the 22nd, Mercury conjuncting Mars. You could come to a very clear and definite decision now, and perhaps you tell people what you want. Just be careful how you do that, because Mars has got a lot of energy, and you've got that energy, but the other people may not. So, yeah, watch for controversy. Act in haste, repentant at leisure. 20th of October sees a full moon in your 9th house here. This is fabulous for growing. There's transformation here in your general life direction, and your spirituality. The 9th house is also about, has sort of associations with foreign countries, foreign people, travel, and the higher mind, study perhaps. You might find that as well as coming to this clear decision, that there could be some sort of issue about travel, and you want to go on a vacation or something like that. It is a good time to do that, but if Mercury is retrograde, you need to double check everything, okay? Especially if you've got multiple legs in your travel, because if you run late on one, it'll put everything out, okay? So Mercury is opposition Chiron. We talked about that. That one's done. Mars squares Pluto from the 20th to the 23rd. Do watch for people that are dominating or tyrannical, okay? And watch that it doesn't come out in yourself, okay? The sort of keywords are compulsion, domination, willfulness. There could be some ego conflicts. And the other point is you don't want to push yourself too hard from the 20th to the 23rd. 21st to the 21st of November, Sun is in your third house here. This is fabulous for study, making contact with people, commercial transactions, business. You could be feeling very restless. You want to get going on something. If you have chit-chat and socialising with friends and neighbours, that's actually a really good thing as well. So don't push yourself too hard. Make sure you have time out for socialising and have a bit of fun. 28th to the 13th, Mars moves into your third house here, giving you much more energy for communications. Do watch for impatience or arguments, okay? Attack a problem rather than your neighbours and friends. 28th of October to the 31st, Mars sextiles your ascendant. This is fabulous because you're likely to be very clear and direct with people, and people understand you. It's like you have more confidence, and they're inclined to go along with your wishes. 21st of October to the 22nd of November, Jupiter squares Venus. It might feel like it's playtime, okay? It might feel like you want to go out and enjoy yourself, laugh, play and sing. It's a good thing. Parties and social gatherings appeal to you. You probably don't feel like work. That's the only thing. You're in a happy mood, and concentrating on any particular thing can be difficult now. You have little control of your emotions at this time. You'll spend more money than you should. Okay, watch out for that you don't overspend. But do get out and enjoy yourself. Restrictions and responsibilities might, be a bit of a limitation, and that sort of irks you. But yeah, try and concentrate on the fun side of life. Okay, Jupiter squaring Venus, that was. All right, so that's your horoscope for the moment. Now let's have a look psychically and see what I see for you, Virgo, in October 2021. The river is right here and it's flowing quickly. I feel like this was like, especially if you're in a place that has cold, if it's a cold place, it has snow, that's what I'm trying to say. Snow, the river is running, so things are going past very quickly, and so there's a lot of activity and busyness around you. See, I'm even trying to talk too fast as I'm saying it. The river, now here's a funny thing, I see sharks coming up. Sharks don't go in fresh water, okay? They belong to the ocean, but I see the sharks, so I know that this is about fears. It's like you're trying to race ahead to do something too fast, and so just adopt a balanced approach, especially with that Mars energy, that you don't try to do too much too quickly, okay, or it'll get a bit garbled or muddled up, okay, sort of like my words just did then. So they're saying it's a very productive time, a very a big time of accomplishment, or a time of big accomplishment, but yeah, don't go too quick. What's that? Crawl before you can walk before you can run. Okay, that's basically it. Now it's snow. I'm looking at a hole in the ground. There's a lot of water underneath, so you may not see the full picture because it's underneath. It's a bit like an iceberg. You only see the top of the iceberg, 1/8 of the top, and then 7/8 is underneath going on. And so I feel there's certain circumstances in your life where you only see the tip of the iceberg and not all the machinations and comings and goings that are going on underneath with regard to something. There's some people there in the background jibber jabbering, talking, I don't know, don't even bother with them. It's just a waste of time and energy. Your energy and your time are yours, not to be wasted on situations like that. Something about oranges. Be careful cutting oranges. So yes, that could be on the physical level. If you're peeling an orange, don't cut your hand or something like that, your fingers. But it can also be on the symbolic level. Orange, the second chakra, sexuality, creativity, reproduction, birth, that sort of thing, and fertilization. Okay, you might need to cut something from the past. Maybe there's still some spiritual tendrils to a partner that you had, like it's something to do with a sexual relationship, like a marriage or some sort of sexual relationship there. A few little tendrils, just cut them off so you can be free of that situation. Alrighty, Virgo, what else? Is there anything else? And just the hands going up. I see the hands reaching up into the light. That's this month for you. It's like you're striving forward into the light. Okay, that's it. I hope this is useful. Subscribe and be alive if you're new. Hit that notification bell. I'd really appreciate that. That would be fabulous. And have a wonderful and exciting month, dear Virgo. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.